Hi guys, you're back with me, Jackie. Remember, this is Credit Connector. I also have my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. If you guys have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them over. If they're trying to build their credit because they just got here from another country, I have the tools. I can show them. Also, I'm going to be dropping my VIP school link, which you guys right now can register for free. If you guys have any questions or just want to interact with me, go ahead and register for free. Also, I'm going to start going live in the future. That way I can help you better in your credit journey. Right now, if you guys have any questions and I might not be able to answer them, there's other people in that credit space that, could have the knowledge to answer them for you. Okay. So in this video, basically what we're going to talk about is creating your credit from scratch if you don't have any credit. Okay. Basically, a great credit profile would be at least 3 to 4 personal cards on the personal side. Okay. You want to have cards that come, at least some of them, from good banks like, Chase, the Bank of America. Those are the tier ones. You also want to try to have limits. I would say minimum $5,000 up to 10, 20, 30, whatever you can get. You also want to have some revolving accounts. Those are your revolving. You want to have also some installment accounts. What are the installment accounts? Those are considered, if you own a boat and you finance it and then you stop, you finish paying for it. Also, if you own a house, a mortgage, if you have a car, if you have a school loan, all those things, they report and, until you finish paying for them. Once you finish paying for them, a lot of the times they come off your credit, okay? But the reporting will stay there, for at least 24 months. Also, if you're trying to buy a house and you've never had a revolving account or an installment, it's going to be very difficult, okay? So make sure as well, if you're building your credit, you want to try to keep your inquiries to less than 6 in the last 12 months. But in the last 6 months, you want to try to keep them as low as 3 months. They do stay on your credit for 24 months. Some banks really, they care about the last 6 months, but some banks do check the last 12 months, okay? Also, the utilization, you want to try to keep it at, less than 10%. Probably the sweet spot and would probably be 6 to 7%. So if you're trying to build up your credit, that's where you want to be. You also want to have age on your credit, okay? You want to have at least a year. 24 months is probably what the banks and the creditors are looking for. So I'm going to give you basically some tools on how you can start building your credit, when you don't have anything. Or let's say you're an 18-year-old and just turned 18. If you don't have any credit, it's not like because you don't have any credit, all of a sudden you're going to have a credit score. The FICO score, they want to see that there is credit there. So if you're 18, I'm going to just jump to here. If you're 18, the best thing for you is for your parents to put you on their credit or somebody that you know, because that will give you some age. And because you've never had bad credit, it would be very easy for you guys to have a 700, okay? And that would have to stay there at least 6 months. If you guys are younger than 18 or you're a parent, guys, put your kids on your credit by the age of 17, okay? So let's get to it. So basically the first thing you want to do is you want to check your credit score, okay? And don't go through Credit Karma or none of those free apps. The best way to do it, and you can get it for free, is to go to the annualcreditreport.com. Right now they're giving it for free. You can check it there. It used to be, I think, once a year or once you got approved, once you got denied. But now I think it's weekly after COVID, but you guys have to check, okay? You're going to go there and you're going to get a credit report for each of the credit bureaus. You're going to first look to see if there's anything that, is a discrepancy or is not, reported correctly. If there's something that you see and you need to call the credit bureau, you don't have to give them your social. If you have the report, you can give them the report number. And like that, they can go ahead and confirm yes or no, or, you guys can talk about it. Remember, you're giving the credit bureau your social security company. A lot of them, they're not even in this country, okay? And even in this country, you don't want everybody knowing that whoever's on the other side of the phone, you don't know who they are. You don't want them to have your social security. So use the report number, okay? Also, if you want to build some personal credit, I would tell you, because remember, personal credit is everything. It's the foundation. So if you build your personal credit strong, you can also invest in commercial credit, okay, business credit. So, and that's when you're going to get the really high limits. So one of the things I would tell you is if you want to get like an installment loan, one way to do it is basically going to Credit Strong. There's other banks that you could do it to, but Credit Strong right now, I think it's like $49. And it does report. What you do is you put your money there, and then you just kind of make payments from there. Okay. So look it up. It's called Credit Strong. That's one of the tools. There's other tools, but that's one of the tools that you can use. Also, if you want to go ahead and get some secure cards, okay, you want to try to get secure cards that unlock, because a lot of credit cards, they don't unlock. They hold your money until you finish or you have to close out the account. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to give you two banks that I know that unlock, and not only unlock, they basically give loans up to $100,000. So basically, if you have that kind of money to put in there and then it unlocks, you can kind of use it. So one of them is the State Department SCU. The other one is the UNF, which is the credit union, the Federal Credit Union. So it's UNF Credit Union, and the other one is State Department SCU. You guys can look online, but you want to make sure that the credit card does unlock, okay? A lot of times, the best credit cards unlock after 6 months. When they see that you're paying on time, they do unlock, okay? Utilization. So if you want to start building some utilization, one of the things I would tell you is getting somebody to report that has a good credit history. That way you can use the age and the utilization. So you can use two people, okay? Let's say you have two relatives. You can use one. Let's say they have a credit card for over 20 years. As soon as they put that in your credit report, you're going to start seeing that reporting, okay? I would tell them to call and ask them, hey, when do you guys report? And, make sure that you give them your social so they can put your social security and, your information. That way the credit card can report. Also the utilization. If you have another relative, because you want to use two, you want to build your credit. If you have another relative that has a credit, limit of 10, 15, 20, if they're below 10%, that's going to also help you with the utilization. Also, guys, if you right now have one credit card, and you're trying to build up your credit, and you have it, don't think that because you have one credit card, maybe it's $1,000 and you owe $1,000 and that's the only thing that means max out. No, anytime you have a credit card and it's over 48%, the lender is already going to report it as maxed out. Okay. So you want to make sure that if you already have one credit card for $500, don't use those whole $500. You want to try to keep it at below 10%, because that's going to help you when you're trying to build your credit from scratch. Okay. Credit is everything. Credit is the foundation. Credit gives you buying power. Okay. To have whatever you need. And if you want to open your business, if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy and flip houses, if you want to do, tour business, if you want to do e-commerce, if you want to open a nail salon, having credit is the foundation. If you want to buy a business, and they'll tell you, maybe you don't have the whole 100%, but maybe you have half of it because you've built your credit. Maybe you have a credit card. As you start making money, you're going to be paying the owner from the same thing that's coming in. Guys, remember, credit is everything. So stay on top of your credit, and until next